Hello everyone, welcome to version 2, or version, Quirk, I guess, technically Quirk version. I'm making two versions of this What If, one where it's related to Mortal Kombat, and the other where it has nothing to do with Mortal Kombat. Anyways, we start off as Deku's born. All for one, I'll say in this timeline, I'll say the Nomus were in project. Or I'll say 9 was in project at the time, but any others, like, sort of Nomu thing wasn't. Realistically, 9 was like a prototype of, like, All for One, just in case they All for One, died, and, he needed a new body. So, anyways, what would happen is that Deku, he would be born in the, I guess, to begin with, he would be born different. A lot more different, in fact. Since quirks, and there are chances of, quirks, even though your parents may have different quirks than you do, there is a chance in canon that in My Hero, children are, able to have random quirks that have no relation to their parents. Which is proven, yes, it is, canonly possible. It's just very rare in My Hero. Which isn't canon. Which, this is gonna be, like, a far beyond, from his parents' quirks. So yeah, he can be built different, literally built different. Deku, Deku would be, in this timeline, Hisashi Midoriya is all for one. And he wanted to create a All Might killing weapon. Of course, he didn't have the Nomu in his head yet. He didn't have Nomu as a plan. I'll say this is like maybe a week or a month before, All for One thought of the Nomu. I'll say maybe like a complete year, like before I'll say, no, I like 5 years, like 5 years before the All for One and One for All fight. Before, he actually had the idea of, whatever time this, Deku became way before, the Nomu thing. So, yeah. What would happen is that Deku, Hisashi Midori would leave, aka All for One, as he realized he does not have, if he dies and, his successor fails to, kind of, kill All Might, he needed something stronger than them. Something that was built to destroy All Might. And if, All for One did have this in plan, if, his successor ever, became a hero or anything like that, he would need someone to take them down. Think of it as a hunter. If no matter who you are, if you're, the successor of All for One and One for All, you'll be hunted down by this certain individual. And the quirks, how do you say, the quirks will be, terrifying, you would say. Deku, he would be, I'll say, Hisashi, he cared for his child. Yes, he did love his child. He didn't have any villain's intentions, but he saw that, his child was, wasn't gonna survive the process of being born. So what he did was, do some things to Inko. He wanted, to make sure the safety of, Midoriya, he kind of, not, I guess not, it's complicated. What would happen is that when Deku is born, which surprisingly surprised, all for one, there was like a 10% chance Deku might die, or like a 5% chance Deku might die during the procedure, but surprisingly he lived. I'll say while this happened, all for one, he had quirks that were based upon, I'll say, bone-related quirks. Quirks like are like bodybuilder quirks to kind of like build up your body, kind of like how One for All works. How you got to build up your body. Yeah, Deku gonna be born built different, literally. His bones are gonna be, the strength of flipping steel. Like, that's not even his quirk. That's just a mutation he's gonna have. Oh, trust me, his quirk's gonna be a lot more terrifying. This man's arms are gonna look Minecraft, my guy. Like I'm not going with, the present. No, I'm going with the OG Baraka right here. Bottom left. Yeah, the OG, man. Yeah. He literally looked like he got Minecraft arms. This flipping square. They're ready to, like, knock your lights out, literally. Also, I also like the spikes better than the present Baraka. The spikes look a lot more cooler. Anyways. Yeah, Deku, the quirks he would gain, I mean, yes, even though Hisashi did, or aka All for One, he did have a fire quirk at the time, which was one of, one of his main quirks for, in public. But what he didn't know is that, yes, he may have, not used his other quirks to be hidden, but what he didn't know is that, those quirks, when he made it with Inko, due to, him not using the quirks as much, those quirks at all, he, kind of went into a Izuku. Not gonna lie. Kind of, So he, when he tried to use the quirks, or, when, try to, resemble the quirks, he couldn't find the quirks to use them. So, how Deku would be built different, I'm gonna give you, like, at least a good 10 different quirks this man has, just based on his mutation. Of course, you can see the flipping most obvious is face, which that'd be like Deku's own mutation. Because was it? No, I'll say this like. I'll say after he fought Nanishimura, he had like a quirk that kind of protected his face. But it looked, it was more of a animalistic look to it. And, that was the only way he could have survived the fight with Nanishimura. So, quirk gone. Is more of a shield, like a face shield thing. Or like a bone quirk. Yeah. Anyways. Deku will have a couple quirks. First one will be practically bone compression. Or, just his bones are going to, be the, strength of steel, practically. So he's already, decent. His body, at the time, All for One, I'll say All for One is, like, in his primes. Wait. Yeah, he'd be at his prime. Yeah, he'd be at his prime still. So, All for One would have a muscle build quirk. Not just that, but he would also have a couple, enhancement quirks, body, mutation quirks. But, he didn't really, activate them. Kind of, he's kind of wanting for, it was supposed to make for, like, the prototype, All Might killing weapon. The giant arm, but, yeah. He also had a aggression quirk, which the more angry, the quirk is, powered by anger. So, kind of like a mini rage boost almost. It's not that big a rage boost. So, kind of like a Zenkai boost almost as well. So, yeah. He'll have like a mini Zenkai boost, which makes him a little bit stronger. Like a 10%. Not like something, not really big. Or like, nah, that'll be too overpowered. Because the amount of people Deku's about to fight is, I'll say a 5%. Because, trust me, it's going to come a long way. Deku's body, he'll be built very well. Like, as a child, a newborn baby, he would, I'll say the doctors, they would say, would you like us to get rid of the child? And as All For One looks as a child, like, he senses, All For One, he is a good father in this one. Yes, still a villain by me, he's still a good father. No, that's my child, how dare you say I would get rid of my child. I don't care how my child looks. He is my, my heart and soul and pride, practically. So yeah, All For One keeps the child. And in this timeline, All For One stays until Deku is, he stays, until Deku's 5. So, All For One, or, Deku does have, some memories with, his father. Of course, mainly, All For One does know that, society creates its own villains. And that, if he doesn't, teach Deku the right way, Deku can easily go to the same path that, villains go to. Which All For One was like, no. You must be better than me. I'm a scumbag. I want you to become a hero. If anyone's going to defeat me, I want you to do it, my boy. So, he kind of trained Deku for, like, as a child. Like, as a baby, technically. So, he just gave, things to Deku. The only difference is that Inko didn't survive the process of, giving birth to Deku. Deku took up too much of the nutrients for the human body, way too much for a normal human to survive. And her quirk wasn't based on, physiology, physical. So it kind of, the amount of nutrients Deku, was being born with was just tremendous. So, technically Hisashi had a, Hisashi had to, raise Deku until the age of 5, because, he's still on his, he was still All For One, so, he couldn't raise him for that long. He had to raise him for, a decent time. So what Deku did, or All For One did, he trained Deku to the age of 5, and, Deku's smarts in this. He's not like Goku, but when it comes to fighting, he's very he taught 5-year-olds how to fight. When I mean fight, I mean like Damian Wade fight. And if you all know who Damian Wade is, he's the Robin from Batman, or AKA Batman's son. Yeah, that's how hard, All For One trained Deku. He also, All For One does pay for, fighting classes for Deku. Any type of fighting classes he can give Deku, he gave Deku. Because he knows, he can't, get a normal job for the way he looks. He just wants his son to, have a good life. So he did his best to, gain, fights. Because he knows there are going to be people that are going to have stronger quirks than him. It's the way you're going to use your quirks that All For One wants Deku to learn. It's not the quirks that makes the person, it's the person that makes the quirks. Or something similar along those lines. You are unique. You are very strong. People are jealous on what you can do, Midori. Or, I guess, son, he would say. Don't worry, my child. People are just jealous. They are scared on what they do not know. Your brain, your fighting, and everything is on a whole nother level than most heroes. Realistically, if I had to put you up against, or rank you up to a decent amount of heroes, I'll at least put you in the top 100, my boy. You are a very strong hero. A very, very strong one. You are a hero to me. Doesn't matter what people think. As long as you accomplish your dreams, that's all that matters in life. And as long as you're happy as well. Don't have those run you down. Don't have bullies bring you down. Use that anger. Use all of that to become a hero, my boy. For once I leave, sadly. I cannot stay around forever, my boy. I am sad when I must leave you, but what I will give you in return would hopefully be helpful for your life ahead of you. You will have many who go against you, your morals, everything you stand for. But use that anger to push yourself forward, no matter what you do. I know you can make a change in this world, my boy. Train, and hopefully you can be the #1 hero, as long as you have your mind to it. Because say Deku, he is, unlike normal Deku, Deku would only see people, with strength. He would see, the strong people, like Miracle, I'd say Miracle would be, his favorite hero. Because, strength, feet, like, people who actually have fighting styles. Because, we all know very well All Might don't have no fighting style. We know very well. He only throw punches. He don't know no boxing or anything like that. He only throw punches, my guy. We all know this. So over the time of a couple years, because Deku, his brain grew. Like, he has, not super growth, but, his brain grew, at the age of 1, Deku had, the brain capacity of, a 10-year-old. So, yeah. Deku's a very smart baby. A very, very smart baby. Or at least when it comes to, fighting techniques. Because, he didn't, the only time, he actually trained Deku was in the 5th year. Besides that, he only had Deku, watch, just hours of just, fighting, heroes that are fighting, fighting techniques, martial arts, jutsu, all that other stuff. So Deku's gonna have, he's gonna have about 100 different fighting styles in his arsenal. Which is way more. Which is, way more than, a person can flip and, just... He built different with his brain as well. he ain't a dummy. He pretty smart. He ain't very, very smart like his counterpart, but he's still pretty smart. Wait, Deku wasn't as smart as this Deku was in, 1 year old. So I guess he's in certain areas he's smarter than, Ken and Deku. He picks up, he's like Taskmaster, but he doesn't, copy your stuff, so yeah. He's, soldier, yeah. So it was a time where Deku would leave, Olufodoan would leave to the fight of, Olufodoan versus... Also, this will be on Deku's 6th birthday, his 6th birthday. Where, Olufodoan and, Olufodoan will fight. And that entire thing. As, Deku, when he, goes to the house, he would say that, I'll say, for, All For One to cover his tracks, I'll say, in the news episode, Hisashi Midoriya died in, a villain attack. There was no body found, and, whatnot. So, Deku kind of thought, oh, no mother, no father, kind of both dead, so yeah. Also, Bakugo will still be a thing, but, All For One did not like Bakugo. He would still but because he would be he wouldn't be friends with, they'll be known, he would see him as, a very strong, correct individual. Because, he wouldn't, stand around until, Bakugo actually, got his quirk. So, yeah, he wouldn't know Bakugo. He only know that, Bakugo has a strong quirk. That's all. He wouldn't know his personality or anything like that. So, growing up, Deku would have a very aggressive but chill personality. Similar to Scorpion, but more of a, how do you say... If you look at him the wrong way, he will take it into consideration that you're trying to challenge him in a fight. That's practically Deku's personality. If you look at him, or, like, not normally look at him, but, you know, if you give him, like, a stink face, it's like, oh, I bet. You want to challenge me? Okay. Come on. Catch some hands. Come on, let's go. Throw some hands. Come on. Come on. You want to try to bully me? Come on, let's go. Throw some hands. So, yeah. He would, people, really quick, people would know Deku's not a person to fuck around with. He's kind of like, what was the phrase? Wait and find out type of dude. What I mean by this is that practically, it is what it is. You're gonna wait and find out what he does. Yeah, he's one of those people where it's like, yeah, like if anyone tells you, oh, don't fight with him, you're gonna find out really, really quickly. He's like, wait and find out. Like that's all people say about like how like he fights. Just don't do it, my guy. Not just that, but you know, someone tried to punch Deku on like a cheap shot. Deku kind of imprinted the dude's face, or you know, kind of not imprinted, but kind of smashed this man's head into a locker. And I meant through the locker, so he, you know, his head was kind of, you know, stuck inside the locker. They had to, you know, use surgery tools to kind of, you know, remove the locker from, you know, the man's head. Yes, he's still alive. There's just, you know, a giant hole in the locker now, where the dude's head was. So yeah, yeah. Deku, he's very strong. Like it's like Logan or like Wolverine, where if you punch him, or like Twilight, if you try to punch him, you break your hand practically. Yeah, he built different, literally. So in the ages, let's say Deku, he would relax, try to train a lot. Deku would be, you know, in more of a Mortal Kombat, the arts of Mortal Kombat, or the TARKATAN way. As you know, Deku would make his own fighting styles, knowing many fighting styles, which makes him a very, you know, a very big foe for like a lot of students. Which by now people know that, you know, Bakugo and, you know, Deku are like the two strongest, but you know, Bakugo and, you know, Deku never really fought for reasons. Bakugo's seen how Deku fights. And the only reason he doesn't want to fight Deku is because he knows if, you know, his quirk doesn't work on Deku, Deku gonna he gonna do a quick one tap onto his head, and yeah, he gonna be knocked out. Do you know the strength machines that are made to, you know, take punches? Yeah, if you ever seen that thing around like the internet where there's this dude, you know, punching the machine, or you know, punch the machine and it kind of turned off. Yeah. Deku does that. Like, he punches the, you know, strength or, you know, punch machine and just turns it off from how strong he is, yeah. If you get hit by him, it's like a truck to your head, my G. So, you getting knocked out, like, real quick. Like, there is no second punch. There is no 1, 2, there's only one. Kind of like a gnome almost, but, you know, not with shock absorption. He just built different. I mean, he has minor shock absorption. Because, I mean... So, what would happen is that there would be the middle school. As in the middle school, the time of the end will appear. So, Deku would, you know, everyone or the teacher would have the papers in the air. Congrats, everyone, and we all know you want to become heroes. As there were two, you know, the teacher looks on the paper. Bakugo Katsuki and Izuku Midoriya. Wait, no, would it be? Yeah, it would be Izuku Midoriya. Yeah. Izuku Midoriya. As, like, you know, people were, you know, shouting, you know, the same thing happened. Bakugo saying their remark. As you know, the teacher then says Midoriya, Izuku Midoriya. The entire class went silent, you know, whispers can be heard. Because they know, you know, Deku, he looks like a villain, but I mean, when you get to know him, he's actually a pretty kind dude. It's just, you know, the way he looks that makes him frightening. So, yeah. It's kind of you mess with me, I knock you out with one punch kind of deal. Unless you have, unless you train yourself not to be knocked out by one punch, then yeah, yeah. Deku, he's one of those people to find out that people respect you with strength. He don't care who you are, but if you're strong and you don't get knocked out by like the first punch he throws, then he respects you. Like, I respect you, bro. I got you. Like, respect, instant respect. Also, like, Deku's bones, like his body, like his like flesh and like muscle tissue are like compacted to like a very good extent. I'll say he's able to like he's able to like break bricks by like flexing. And what else would he be able to break? I'll say like watermelons. Yeah, I feel like he'll be able to break watermelons by flexing as well. His limits would yeah, I'll say that'd be all. I'm not gonna spoil anything else. So yeah, kind of like before Wolverine got his his metal inside of him. Yeah, before Wolverine got his metal inside of him, like that, but more of a fusion between Sabretooth and Wolverine with the bone claws. So yeah, or more of a look of a X, like a Deadpool origin thing, where X-Men Origins, where Deadpool had like long claws ish, I guess. So yeah, like that. And Deku, it's the end. Deku has like a while until the UA entrance exam, 10 months. Deku goes to the sludge villain. Under the bridge, as he walks under it. As he's also very, very tall. How tall, you would say? I mean, he's 15, so I'll say I'll make him... Because Baraka's pretty tall, and, in canon, he's like, what, 5? I mean, no, not 5. He's like 6'5", I believe, in canon, Baraka is. He's pretty tall. And how tall is Endeavor? I believe Endeavor's like, what, like... No, he'd be like 6'5". Yeah, he'd be 6'5". I believe Endeavor's like, what, like 6'2", I believe. Yeah, hold up. Let me see this. I do believe Endeavor's like 6'2". Yo, this man Baraka is taller than Endeavor. Yo, that's terrifying. He's not just built different, but he built like a tank, literally. Same, the size of one as well. Comment down below if I should give him one for all. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's pretty clear where this is going. This man not gonna need one. He literally built to like kill the awful one user and one awful one and one for all users. Like he built literally different. Like he built to kill them both. Like 2v1. He built like that. So yeah. Yes, right. It's not gonna be easy, but he's still gonna throw hands though. He's still gonna throw hands. That's just how he's built. Like he just built completely just. Don't mess with this dude. Like, don't wait to find out. This man will just annihilate you. Don't do it, my G. Like, just don't. So, yeah, I do believe Endeavor is, like, 6'2". And I believe All Might is, like, 7'2". Or was he, like, 6'4"? I believe he was, like... I believe Endeavor was, like, 6'4", 6'2", I believe. Or Baraka is like 6'5". So I say, I mean, why not? I'll make him like an inch taller, so I make him like 6'6" right now. Yeah, 6'6". Yeah, I'll make Deku like 6'6". I mean, not right now, but after the, I'll say he's like 6 feet right now. He's like 6 feet right now. And, I'd say he's like 5'8" right now. Because I'm going to make him grow over time. I don't want to immediately make him, like, overpowered. Because I know as soon as I make him 6'6", everyone's about to be kneeling down to this dude. So Deku trains like, how would I say, like a how would I say, Kung Fu Panda training. Yeah, I'll say like Kung Fu Panda, just balance, reflexes, and like everything else, like sign everything, like just training in like every vicinity. He does eat a lot, by the way. So I mean, yeah. Yeah. So, oh yeah, I forgot. I almost forgot the sled villain accident. I was like right on that before I went off task. Yeah. Deku. Yeah, that's a sled villain accident. Deku. I mean, yes, he may be strong, but when it comes to like things you can't touch, or like water, I mean, he can't really. I mean, he's strong, but he's not all might strong. It's just like unique fighting style that makes him terrifying, not his flippin' strength. I mean, yeah, he's pretty flippin' strong, but I mean, he's not able to change the weather or anything like that. So same thing happens. The only difference is that he doesn't grab onto Mm-hmm. You know what? Why not? I'll say, he did. The entire thing happened. But, he got the same results. No, you can't become a hero. Which severely kind of pissed him off, but at the same time, just wait until he finds out that his, father's alive. Who is he gonna, all for one about to throw the, he better be ready to throw these stones, because he about to be throwing them real quick. So, yeah. We go to sled villain. As the sled villain accident, the second one happened again. As Bakugo gets trapped by a sled villain. As Deku, I'm gonna say for reasons, Deku jumps off the building, literally. But, like, instead of, splat, the floor cracks when, he bends his knees and kind of jumps down the building, like Batman. But, without gliding, just straight down, just douche. All you hear is just like a crack on the floor. Like, you just see like a mini crater on the floor now from how heavy Deku is. He is pretty flippin' heavy. He's very heavy. As he's running to the the location. As he sees everyone not doing anything to save Bakugo. As he remembers these words. It's not the quirk that makes the person, it's the person that makes the quirk. As he remembers these wise words once from his father's mouth. And he runs in as people try to stop him. But he's too fast. Or, just kind of pushing them out the way. As the bravery of Deku becomes infinite. As he tries to rip out the sled villain. As the sled villain tries to grab him, but Deku goes back, falling back, as he thinks of something. As with a quick instance, Deku, with a flick of his wrists, puts it in like a ball formation, like not a Rasengan-ish way, but kind of like a knife way where makes sparks, kind of like that. So he kind of like does this in like a quick instance, in like a millisecond. He's like, or like a couple of seconds, like whoa, as mist or fog, or just things in the air, like dirt in the air. As no one's able to see what Deku does, but all they hear is as as almost like hearing like a match light up. As Bakugo's kind of shot out of the sled villain, literally. But do you know that Baraka attack where he kind of lights up both of his blades, flicks them together, it makes like some type of white ball or like spark ball that kind of, is shot at you. I believe it's like a form of like minor magic, I think. Or it's just, something he can do with, with his speed or something. Yeah, that's what I mean. He uses that attack. Just, shoots that at, Sledge Villain. Or it's like Bakugo. Bakugo, gets hit by it and, flies out the Sledge Villain. Now that's when, Deku was like, okay, got it. He's out. Spam. He just spams it over and over again. As then, cameras can't see this, but all they hear is just, clanking of, metal, things. Just sparks just flying like... As that's when, All Might goes, I'm here, and, kind of, gets the Sludge Villain. Instead of, telling Deku good job, or, kind of, you got bravery, they kind of, lash out at Deku. Deku doesn't care, he just walks away, like, with, like, no breeze. He don't care. Because, as I said, he only respects people who have strength and, who aren't, wimps. So, yeah. So, what happens is that he walks off. All Might tries to, like, hey, you wanna, like, after, All Might himself even lashed out at him, but, after everyone left, the second event, All Might comes in after, trying to, hey, yo, you shouldn't use a quirk, bro. This is my mutation quirk, my G. Like, what you mean? You want me to not use my body? Like, kind of. So, yeah. After trying to, offer his quirk, Deku was like, bro, didn't you just lash out on me and, like, tell me not to do that? Get out of here, bro. Like, get out of here. Oh my God, trying to offer me to, whatever. Just get away. Get on my sights. As then he walks off and, trains with the Team Months. As then he's on Dagobah Beach, doing the Kung Fu Panda training. As, balance and everything, becoming like a ninja-ish. Being trained. Trying to kill, trying to fight. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, that song just popped in my head. Anyways. Right now, Deku would meet a couple people. I'll say he'll meet, like, maybe 3 people at most. Maybe a 4th. Comment down who the 4th person he met was. Because, maybe not. I may have him, meet a 4th person. Comment down below who do you think it is. As, Deku, he's relaxing. He has his mask on. The mask you see in the middle. He puts it on because, he's hungry. He gets ready to eat. I don't know, he goes to, like, I'll say, like, a steakhouse. Like, hold up. What was it? Hold up. I need to check something. What was it called? Because I was, like, watching something, which is pretty cool. It was called the, what was it? It was the, I had, like, right here, it was the bibbidi bobbidi boo. It was called the Outback Steakhouse. Yeah, I'll say he goes like a Outback Steakhouse. Why such a place? Plot convenience. Also for if you know what type of plot I mean, you know. Deku, he's at a table just waiting. As someone appears. Technically, should I have all 3 of them be there right now or no? No, I'm not that bad. I'll say, you know what? I got you. I'll have 1 person at this. 2. I'll say 2 people are at the steakhouse. But I'm not going to tell you who the other one is yet. I'll say, one of them works in one side of the, steakhouse and the other student works in the other part. As, Deku's waiting, as, a certain, black-haired, how do I say this without being, like, without making it sound weird. A very thick individual of black hair, very thick individual, a very useful quirk at times. As you know, hello, Mr. Izuku Midoriya. How may we help you today at the steakhouse? A very thick individual. If you know who he is, there's like only like limited people with like black hair who are like thick in My Hero. So I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Yes. I may want the baby back ribs with a steak. Maybe with a well done and a. Yeah, that'd be all. Okay, sir, that will be, you know, she says, you know, the number of, you know, cash you gotta pay. You know, he gives the cash. He realized something. She looks very familiar, as if, you know, he's seen her on the news. As you know, you know, those dudes, you know, like, those teen dudes who, you know, have these, you just have, you know, their... you know, fists on, like, you know, their chin, just like, nice. I'm not joking, like, I mean, yes, Deku may look the way he is, but I mean, he still got taste, he got good taste in chicks, I mean, yeah. You know, he checking, I'm not gonna lie, he checking her out, like, got you. One more year, that's all I gotta wait. One more flippin' year! And if you know, either the laws in, you know, Japan, 16 is the legal age requirements, so yes. One more year. I'm coming. Yeah. Deku, he may look creepy or, you know, scary, but he you know, he got game. He got good game. Like, he can spit the game, like, for real. So, you know, he starts flirting with, you know, this individual. Like, hey. So, as they talk for, like, an hour, as you know, this, young lady kind of forgets, oh, snap, forgot your meal. As you know, she goes back in the back and, you know, gets his meal. A little cold, but, you know, he doesn't complain because, I mean, flirting. So, I mean, he don't really care. And plus, you know, he got that game. And I'll say, you know, this individual, he would meet them in the entrance exam. Or not entrance exam, but class 1A, you would say. And man, would they meet up be funny. Oh, yeah, I can just imagine it now. They're like, hey, don't I know you? They just turn their head like, I don't know what you mean. Yeah, for real. I mean, it was either a steakhouse or a Hooters, but I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Oh, this is funny. This is ridiculously funny. As Deku eats, pays, you know, leaves. As you know, with the tip, with like a $40 tip. Don't ask how he got a lot of money, but I mean, I'll say he has like a side job or something. You know, I'll say, what would a job be? That includes fighting. I'll say he's like a... I'll say he's like a bounty hunter or something. Yeah, I feel like he'll be a bounty hunter. So, you know, no matter who you are, hero, villain, whoever you are. And also, this is like, you know, it's legit. So, you know, people can't arrest him when, you know, he brings in, you know, his bounty. Kind of, you know, it's just how it is. You can't really, he's a bounty hunter. Legal bounty hunter. So, yeah. Deku gonna be able to get away with a lot of stuff. Oh, and they give cash, like a lot of cash. A lot of cash. As he leaves, as you know, the person or the girl checks the tip. As you know, it's the, you know, I'll say like $100 tip. Or like a $200 tip. You know, and you know, on the back of the, you know, money, there was a number. As there was a note left by Izuku. Call me. That's gonna be funny. Yo, Deku's gonna be a troll. Like, yes, he's gonna be a bounty hunter, but he's gonna be like a big troll as well. Oh, so he's gonna be very flirty with people. So yeah. So call me. As she she gives a little blush. As now we go to the training. As the 10 months are over. And it's time for the entrance exam. The entrance exam, Deku, for multiple reasons, he would have to have his mask on. To, not get pulled over by, like, a hero in the entrance exam. Also, not to, eat up by to be on his BS if, he does have it off. So, I mean, yeah. Also, Deku would look like an adult as well. Or a young adult at least. Like, a very young adult. Even though this man's like, what, like 16? I don't know, 15? I mean, it's only like 2 more months and, it's like a year has passed, so I mean, yeah. I'll say it was like 11 years. Not 11 years, 11 months. So, 12. So, I'll say, the, Deku, was training. And, in that last month, he was kind of going to, keep on visiting, the steakhouse for, certain someone. As Deku, he walks in the entrance exam. He doesn't trip. In fact, the brick or the floor that tripped him in the cannon, he broke it. He broke it by his pure weight. Like it just cracked. Like as soon as he stepped on that step, it cracked in half. Legitly from his weight. So yeah, he like it's ridiculous. He goes in the entrance exam. He looks, he tries to, inspire people to, do your best and whatnot. As he does meet Uraraka, but I'll say instead of him tripping, Uraraka tripped. Because I'll say, he left a mini crater, which eventually meant, like, a domino effect, as, Uraraka tripped. And, he grabbed, Uraraka's hand before, she fell. As, hi, how are you? I'm Uraraka, I'm, hey. You falling now? Hi, I'm Midoriya. Nice to meet you. As they meet. As the same thing with, Ida would still do the thing, but, instead of going near Deku, or, he would still go near Deku, but, he wouldn't try to, it ends differently. It's like, hey, yo, I know you're trying to help, but my G, I'm just trying to, convince them. Yeah, come on. Follow me. I'll, we can talk together, try to kind of, hype us each other up for, the exam to do better. Come on, let's go. And, they both go to, Uraraka, trying to, hey, like, just get ready to vibe and, determination. Like, hey, yo, like, just, yeah, just, hey, you can do this. Like, I got you. Like, let's go. Like, just hyping them up, practically. Hyping Uraraka up. So, Uraraka's, hyped right now. Same thing with Ida happens, but, Ida, Deku's like, hey, yo, they're about to explain it, so, sit down, bro. I got you. I just know, Ido's like, respect. I got you respectfully. Respect, man. I respect you now. Because, he kind of stopped himself. He kind of stopped Ida before, he could look like an idiot. So, yeah. Now, yeah, the entrance exam begins. As President Mike's like, go, 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 everyone. The, world doesn't wait on you. Yeah. Villains don't wait on you to, fight. So, yeah. As the gates open, as, Deku's like, whoa, like a ninja just, whoa, Naruto running. Like, just Naruto running to, pointers, 0 pointer, not 0 point, like 3 pointers, 2 pointers, like 1 pointers. He got a decent amount, like, decent. I say he got, like, above Kirishima. I'll say he got, like, above Kirishima, but below, like, I'll say, like, in a decent place. I'm not as specific. I'm not going to give him a specific, ranking, but I'll say he did better than Kirishima. And, mostly Class 1A. That's all you really got to worry about. Right now, I'll say he's like 3rd in like Class 1A. So yeah. As you know, next 2 weeks appear. It's almost a year until, you know, Deku can get feisty with anyone. So, yeah. He waiting patiently. He's like, just wait. I gotta know them. You know, I gotta, you know, show them my face so, you know, they don't get terrified or anything. So, yeah. So, yeah, like, I bet. Let's go. I'm ready. As you know, as I was like, okay, everyone, quick examination test. Let's go. As you know, they go to lockers. They realize very quickly what they gave Deku was a little bit too small, you would say. You know, they had to, you know, make a Deku, you know, kind of a, not custom, but kind of give him like a extra large almost. Because he decently, like, built, like, he built like a brick, my guy. Like, he just built different, literally. He built like a tank. And also, you know, even the extra large was a little bit short on him, so I guess he'll, you know, rip off the sleeves, just, you know, Baraka way. Just rip off the sleeves and like, okay, I'm ready, let's go. I'm ready. Who, like, one by Badu, so yeah. So what happened, you know, in the locker room, as, you know, Deku notices something. Actually, no, we go a flashback to the, to, you know, when Deku opens the door. He meets Bakugo again. Bakugo was like, Bakugo it doesn't even try to talk trash. He's like, he just looks like just looks away from Deku like, this loser's here. Fuck, this is gonna suck. Cause you know, yes, Bakugo does have an ego, but he don't want to risk it. You know, getting beat up so badly. So yeah. So you know, Deku walks and he's like, okay, I can work with this. I can work with people like that. Okay, I got you. As you know, he feels like a little nudge on the back of him. As you know, he looks down and sees Baraka. As you know, he talks to Baraka, and then on the side of his eye, he sees a very familiar person. He sees a very familiar person. He's like, I'll say that, you know, Araka's in front of the doorway. You know, I'll say, you know, Araka's in front of Ida. You know, he's watching, and then, like, on the corner of his eye, he sees a person that he realizes, that he notices, like, oh, shit. Yo, she works. Yo, she goes here. Bet. Ooh, I'm about to be spitting game next year. Let's go. Party again. He's like, he about to, yo, he about to, like, ooh. He about to be doing, like, bro. He about to be doing, like, people dirty, like, straight up. Like, in fights, if you fight him, you're going to lose. The only way you're going to, like, win is if you flash freeze him or do something, like, very dirty to him. Like, just flash freeze him, which Todoroki can do, but I mean, it really depends if Deku's dumb enough to kind of, you know, he's not dumb, because he notices, you know, like, he analyzes people, like, their abilities, like, not like a very, you know, big majority of, you know, their abilities, but he, you know, gets the basics of, you know, what their quirk is. He notices, you know, Todoroki has, you know, ice and fire. He knows, you know, he has, like, half a fast, so, like, he must have 2 quirks, or something similar to it. Got you. You had a gravity quirk, you have explosions, you have, you know, he starts, you know, listing, you know, everyone's quirks in his head. And then he walks up to this specific person, and just, you know, he just lays his hand on the desk and kind of, you know, puts on his chin. He's like, hey, beautiful. How's it been? As you know, Momoya Yorozu. Yes. Don't ask why. Yeah. As you know, Momoya Yorozu starts blushing. Is like, I didn't know you were gonna be here. Oh yeah, I was going to UA. I know I was gonna get in, but I mean, didn't know I was gonna either be in Class 1B or Class 1A, but I guess I made it Class 1A. Hey. Who knows? People can surprise you. As you know, Todoroki gets like, okay, he's a threat. He's a threat from me getting stuff. So yeah, Todoroki also trying to tap. Not gonna lie, he's trying to tap, but you know, right now Deku far ahead of him. Like he's above like Todoroki right now at like the relationship level. So yeah. As you know, okay, we're not here to make friends, everyone. Come on, quirk examination, let's go. As you know, everyone does like, hey, what happened to, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we ain't doing that. We doing the quirk examination. We do what I told you to do. Okay, now let's go. Get in, you know, the changing room, and let's do this, cheese. So, yeah. Deku rips off the sleeves. He's like, bro, my muscles can't fit this. You know, Kirishima, like, bro, what you lift, bro? What I lift? I lift, like, what, like 1,000 pounds, I think? I lift pretty heavily, so yeah. I lift like 1,000 pounds, my guy. The maximum I can do, I'll say, is maybe like I can pick up like a small, like, I don't know. I haven't tested my complete strength, but what I know is I can lift 1,000 pounds. I can lift pretty decent. As you know, Kirishima was like, "Oh man, can I work out with you sometimes?" Like, you know, Deku's like, "Ah, I got you, bro. Come on. How about after class? Come on. I can show you, you know, what things to do to, you know, build muscle faster and whatnot." As you know, Mineta's like, "Hey guys, I found this hole in the wall. Yash, I found heaven." Deku's like, "Bro, all you see is like a poke." As you know, something out of Deku's arm just comes out and kind of, you know, not impales Mineta, but kind of like. No, I'll say it's Deku's fist, because I don't want to, you know, I don't want him to, you know, expose, you know, his blades like that yet. So, yeah, I'll just say, hey, yo, can y'all, like, stop, bro? Like, just stop. Disrespect, my guy. Like, you really gonna disrespect these women like that? Come on, bro. Like, that's not cool. Like, if you want a chick that badly, try to act more, respectfully. That's all I could say. As you know, Mineta didn't listen for, you know, the warning. He smashed Mineta in the wall. He's like, hey, you want a better look? Got you. Just smashes him in the wall, indenting, you know, his face in the wall. You know, after that, he, you know, takes out Mineta's face and, you know, kind of rolls up, you know, the paper that was on the wall. Kind of shoves it in the hole to kind of, like, block it off. So, yeah. As you know, they try to see, like, yes, you know, it does cover, you know, a bit, majority of, you know, the hole. But, you know, there's still a little teeny hole you can see through. As you know, Deku, you know, he doesn't have, you know, his shirt on. So, I mean, yeah, he's about to put it on. As you know, Jiro gets, you know, the full glance of the tank that would become Deku. And remember, Deku's not at his full potential. Trust me, his full potential is going to be, pretty terrifying, not gonna lie. So yeah, don't worry. What I mean is, it's gonna make sense in the future. So yeah, what happens? Deku gets outside. You know, I'll say Deku's like one of those type of people kind of to like have a shirt, but yet the jacket he kind of like he wears the jacket still, but he doesn't have it zipped. So yeah, he kind of, you know, has kind of like a jacket, unzipped jacket type of way. So yeah. Like that, and kind of just like, yeah. If I zip up this jacket, it's not gonna, like, it's gonna break on me. If I zip up the jacket, it's low-key gonna break, so yeah. He kind of just leaves it, you know, the jacket just leaves it alone and just wears it. You know, Bakugo goes first, Todoroki goes second, you know, Deku goes third. Loser. I'll tell you can't even get as much as I can get. As you know, Momo checking him out. Not gonna lie, Momo checking him out. Some, as you know, other girls are looking at him. As you know, Deku, with one slight flex, his jacket rips. Okay? Hey, who wants to make a bet? If I throw this farther than an angry Pomeranian, one of y'all gotta buy me some food. Actually, no, Bakugo. If I get higher than you, you gotta buy me food. Bet, got you. Okay, they bid on it. Man, when this man was on a try-hard, like Call of Duty try-hard, he yeeted his hand back and just, with maximum efficiency, he launched that shit, like, just 1,000 meters off the bat. Like, this man's physical strength, it's not even at peak physical strength yet. Like, this is, like, half of it, like, a quarter, like, a third of his strength, my guy. Yeah, he could be, like, built, but just... It's insane. Yeah, and since he is the only Tarkatan I'm adding in these My Hero Academia, what if he can be pretty strong. Yeah. Hey, Bakugo, what you say? So, run me my money. Yeah. Pretty funny. Yeah, he's like Goku. He eats a lot. Like, a lot of food. And, you know, due to, you know, what his face looks like, he can chew very fast as well. And, like, just chew things, like, at a rapid pace. He has a high metabolism, so he just go straight through him. Just stomach and instant, just bam. So, yeah. He does decent, and, you know, the ball throw, he gets, like, first in ball throw. I know, it's technically second. Next, behind Oraka. Okay, so ball throw second, jumping. I'll say like decent in, you know, jumping, grip strength. I'll say he gets, you know, same thing with, you know, Kirishima, where, you know, they both break the machine. So yeah. Punching, you know, Deku got it. There's like no competition. Doesn't matter what you say. This man, by the end of this series, this man about to throw a ball at 3,000 meters. Meaning that his strength is almost gonna kind of be 2/3 of what he had before, my guy. So yes. His power is just gonna be just insane. So yeah. He turned off the machine. Like mid-punch, when he punched it, it turned off. So people were like, dang, bro, this man about to knock you out real quick. So, running, decent. Jumping, decent. Tug-of-war, first place. Because, I mean, this man doesn't just have a grip of, like, a crocodile as his jaws, but he has the grip of a flipping gorilla. Just yeets everyone. So, I mean, yeah. Tug-of-war, he wins. And, yeah, he gets, like, first place. As the heroes versus villains appears now. And when I mean, whoever goes against Deku is gonna be terrified, and what happens? As you know, realistically, you know, everyone comes out with, you know, their, you know, battle gear. You know, their sand armor. Or, you know, if you want to be normies, you can just say, you know, hero suits, but I mean, yeah, they got that sand armor. Deku comes out, you know, he doesn't have his mask on, he's like, alright, I'm not in public, so, I mean, rips off the mask, you know, full-on Baraka setup, like, or OG Baraka setup, like, okay, I'm good, who wanna fight me? So, yeah. So, you know, everyone sees Deku, they see him with sharp teeth, my guy. He looked terrifying when he opens his mouth. He looks flippin' terrifying. Okay, so which one of you, who's gonna be my partner, and who am I gonna body right now? Like, I'm ready. All Might sees this, he's like, I bet Todoroki, Bakugo versus Deku, or Midoriya, and who's like the second strongest? Oh, the fourth strongest, I'll say. You know, I'll say either Sugar Rush or... Yeah, I'll say Sugar Rush, why not? So, you know, they're both going, you know, Todoroki does try, you know, as soon as, you know, the bell times, you know, Todoroki does try to flash freeze as a villain. Tries to flash freeze everything. Deku too smart for that, so he's like, okay, wait for, like, 2 minutes, wait until he flash freezes everything, and then we can go in. Because, I mean, as soon as he flash freezes it, he can't flash freeze it again, so, I mean, yeah, let's go. As you know, having some struggle in walking, you know, they do decent. You know, Bakugo does that. Straight to the face, like, explosion. Like, on the corner. Explosion, so yeah. Deku doesn't move. He's like, bro, that hurt. So yeah, I'm gonna have to fold, you know, because, you know, someone watching, you know, someone that I want to, impress is watching. So I can't be caught lacking, my guy. So instead of, you know, him heading straight to the face, he just grabs his arm. Doosh! Like Hulk. Just smashes him on, like, the ice as, you know, the ice breaks on the floor. Yeah, cracking like multiple Bakugo's bones, and just like, okay, douche, knockout, douche, knocks him out with one punch. Or, you know, I'll say he did like a Iron Man and Hulk, like go to sleep kind of way. Like, boosh, just, you know, knocking Bakugo out. Okay, Sugar Rush, let's go. Da 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 no 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 no. Like that, he like, I guess Deku is taking it seriously by me not at the same time. He's like, I got this, but I mean, da 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 da. So, you cook anything, or like, do you know how to cook, Sugar Crush, or like what? Rush, and you're like, oh yeah, I cook sweets. I'm like, I bet, my guy, I got plans for you. I'll buy like a couple cakes off you, bro. I got you. Give me some cakes, some brownies, like just sweets in general, because you know he does have a sweet teeth. So I mean, yeah. Okay, so how are we gonna mess with Todoroki though? Because I know he can instantly freeze me, and if he freezes me, I know definitely, well, you're not gonna defeat him. So he from what I can tell, he has a part fire quirk. From what, you know, the teacher said, he has like, you know, it announced everyone's quirk. So it doesn't seem he's going to use his fire, so we might have to be careful when he comes to freeze people. So what I guess, I go through the front, you go through the back. I'll try to make like a hole for you in the back of the room, and then you go that way and I'll go through the front door, okay? Got you. Let's go. As you know, Deku just, you know, not gonna lie, he's like, okay, I might actually have to be serious now. Okay. Let's do this. As you know, he gets a serious face. And you know, the anger. A little bit of, you know, the anger boost comes in. He's like, I'm gonna need everything I got to defeat this man. Let's do this. He kicks down the door. Hey, I see how. Let's go. Come on. He gets in stance, you know, dodging, you know, ice hits, you know. Oh, gets his, you know, arm frozen, or like, you know, one of his legs frozen. Like, oh snap. That's not good. Hold up. Come on. Wait. He gets a sinister smile. I almost forgot. As you know, he puts his fist to, you know, the ice. As you know, kind of chips the ice using, you know, his blades, which, you know, people still haven't seen yet, because I mean, he's kind of, you know, hiding his blades and, you know, his arms. So I mean, yeah. So, you know, yeah, he's kind of, you know, he's not yet gonna show anyone yet, so he's kind of just waiting. As that will happen, and yeah, you know, out of nowhere, you know, midway when, you know, Deku gets flash freezed, as, you know, what he thought was gonna happen, you know, he's able to break out the ice, but it'll take a while. So, you know, one of his arms is out the ice, trying to, you know, break him out of the, you know, the ice, like, yo, it's mad cold in here, break, like, he smashed it to the ice. Like, the ice is cracking, like, extremely, like, fast, but, you know, it's still taking him some time to break through the ice, like, the only thing he can escape is using his arm to smash the ice, like, doosh, 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 doosh. So, yeah. As you know, out of nowhere, Hero Team wins! As Todoroki, you know, looks behind and looks at the bomb, as, you know, Sugar Rush, you know, touching the bomb. Hey! So cold. Good job, Sugar Rush. Hey! Haha! We won! Yeah! Okay, let's go. As you know, mad Todoroki just storms off like, whatever. Being the emo kid he is. So yeah. You know, they named the MVP, which will be, you know, Deku. Because, yes, he kind of, you know, he took one for the team. He's like, I'll take one for you, bro. I got you. So now he took one for the team. So, you know, he is casted as MVP. And this is where the USJ happens. The USJ, which is, that is where, you know, stuff's about to go down. As you know, they're on the bus. You know, Asui's asks, hey, Midoriya, what's your quirk? Or technically, you know, if you don't know what his hero name is Baraka. So, I mean, yeah. As Baraka, as you know, hey Baraka, what's your quirk? My quirk, you know, he lists off, you know, the sections of his quirk, you know, what his quirk does and, you know, how it enters. It's like a bone manifesting quirk where it can, you know, its strength is like the strength of steel, and it makes, you know, his, you know, skeletal system harder by a lot. So yeah. That is where, you know, everyone says, you know, who do you think will win in a battle? Todoroki, Bakugo, or, you know, Midoriya, if they went all out. You know, Izuku or Deku thinks, so like, I mean, it's complicated, because I know Shoto can beat me. I know he can beat me. But Bakugo, his explosions are powerful, which that would mean, you know, Bakugo beats Todoroki, Todoroki beats me, and I beat Bakugo. Kind of like a triangle almost. But the only reason, you know, Todoroki can beat me is because of that flash freeze technique. If it wasn't for that, then he wouldn't be able to beat me off the bat. And Bakugo can't because I'm explosion resistant. Yes, it still hurts and it does damage me, but I was trained to kind of, you know, over years, being exploded as, you know, a little child, I kind of gained a resistance towards it. So, yeah. I was like, what do you mean, trained as a child? Ask Bakugo. Bakugo would be glad to incite you on what I mean. So, yes. As you know, the USJ appears, as you know, they talk about, you know, oh, the quirks can be used, you know, any quirk can be used as, you know, hero or villain, as whatnot. As you know, Bakugo looks at Deku as that happens, as you know, half of the people of Class 1A look at, you know, Deku, because of, you know, how scary he is. It's like, come on, you all know me. Like, bruh, I don't have the guts to be a villain. I mean, unless you see a, because, you know, he kind of, you know, he does keep his job a secret, so, like, I mean, unless you, you know what, no, yeah, I mean, I have, you know, I have the abilities to become a villain, but I mean, my personality, no, not really. I wouldn't really be a villain with my personality. I mean, a follower, maybe, but that's the closest thing I can be to a villain, though. So, yeah. As you know, suddenly a portal appears, and, you know, Kirishima, and, you know, it's like, hey, I didn't know you hired fake villains as well, as, you know, as I was like, those aren't fake villains, as, you know, Deku's like, hey, he, you know, also, you know, he got, you know, Deku does have some of, you know, his roles. He looks through, you know, papers. Okay, so I have this one, and this one. So I got, like 10 of these people right now. Because, like, he, you know, he has, like, all of the people's names. Or, you know, all their pictures. You know, this book where, you know, he has to hunt them down and kind of, you know, bring them to, you know, a place. So, yeah. Okay, so I got this bounty, so... Okay, I got, like, 3 bounties here. Okay, I got you. Like, like 5 yeah, 5 bounties of, like, these hundreds of people. Yeah, I got 5, you know, of 5 bounty. Okay, got you. As you know, he goes for the bounties, and after that, it kind of, you know, ties them up. You know, and then after that, you know, the Nomu appears. Beating upon, you know, Aizawa. As you know, they get teleported a little bit later than in canon. As you know, Deku's on, you know, on the, you know, ship, and, you know, yeah, he kind of 1v1s all the villains, and, you know, in the boat. As you know, him and Asui kind of take down all the villains one by one. As you know, he kind of, you know, throws Mineta on shore, and, you know, eventually, you know, Froppy and, you know, Baraka kind of, you know, swim to, you know, shore. As you know, when, you know, Shigaraki was about to touch on Froppy, that's when, you know, Deku was like, Psych, I lied. Your lights are about to go out right now. Yeet, night, night. Yeet just pulls back his fist, just yeets, Shigaraki like a mile away. Just yeets him meters away. Just, yeah. Yeah. Nomu, catches, Shigaraki. Shigaraki is like, Nomu, kill the kid, as okay. I guess I mean that I don't gotta hold back anymore, okay. As he breathes in and out. As everyone feels this bloodlust in the USJ. Let's play. As more of a sinister tone and like practically a sinister tone. As Deku's eyes become like a orange-ish color, like a greenish, orangish color. And Deku gets a smile on his face as Deku's eyes become slit like. Let's play a game. As Deku takes out his claws. No more holding back. As everyone sees these giant ass claws on Deku's hands. As him and the Nomu kind of 1v1. Deku is a bit weaker than a Nomu, but it's not by much. He is weaker than the Nomu, but not by much. So yeah, he's like, I'll say he's like 30, maybe like 25 to like 30, maybe. So yeah, he's got like he's on that power level with All Might, but not yet. I'll say when he's full power, he's at like 35 to like Prime All Might. So yeah. No, I'll say he's like 25%, like 20%, 30% Prime All Might, maybe a little bit lower, maybe. Maybe I'll say he's like 15% of like Prime All Might. So he's like, yeah, he's pretty strong. Soon it'd be 20. So yeah. The Nomu, and him fight it together. As Deku realizes it's not stopping, meaning that he notices that he analyzes, noticing that this thing isn't human. He's like, okay, that means I don't gotta restrain myself to not killing people. So it's technically not a person anymore. So let's go. As he jumps on the Nomu, biting into its neck. As he's stabbing it, and eventually, accidentally, kind of, impaling the brain using, his giant spike, impaling it, killing the Nomu. As Shigaraki's like, what? That thing was supposed to kill All Might. As I'm here. As All Might comes in, no, I don't say he didn't kill the Nomu, but I'll say, he almost killed the Nomu. Because I'll say, he missed the brain by, like, I'll say, Shigaraki was trying to touch Deku. As Deku's blade, instead of hitting the brain, it hit the shoulder blade of the Nomu. So Deku's kind of stuck now with his, kind of stuck there. Getting, kind of, like a bull riding. So kind of, just being yeeted, like, into the air. As I am here. As Deku gets punched. Like, the only things All Might sees is, Deku getting punched into the, the wall, being, just a giant crater, or just, a giant hole in the wall now, where Deku is, and like, you got this, All Might. I'm gonna take a nap. Oh, fuck. He took quite a beating. Like, if it wasn't for him, like, getting enough time, because they saw, Shigaraki did say it was as strong as All Might, meaning that, Deku was able to go on par with All Might for a certain time, or, I mean, he's pretty strong, but I mean, he's not at his full potential just yet. So, yes. People, the students, trying to take, Deku out of the wall, trying to, hey, yo, wake up. You ain't dead, right? I'm alive. I'm pretty sure some of my ribs are broken, though. It was the strongest punch, and I thought my punches were strong. Yes, he does have steel-like bones, but the Nomu is strong as All Might, and I'm pretty sure All Might can very easily break steel. So, I mean, yeah. Maybe at, like, 20, like 10, 5% able to break steel, so, yeah. Yeah, he breaks some of Deku's ribs, which is like, ah, that hurts. Ow. Which, yeah. Deku is, he gets back up and like, okay, I'm ready for round 2. You just said your ribs are broken. I know, but I got like, what, maybe like an hour? Nah, maybe like 30 minutes before I pass out. Come on. I can go for like 10, 20 more minutes. Come on, let's go. I'm ready for round 2, as you know. Deku gets knocked out by All Might because like, hey yo, nah, you may be a student, but if you go back in there, you're gonna die. So he gets knocked out. He's like, okay, I'm out. You got this, All Might. I know that did hurt All Might's hand though, by knocking him out. He kind of felt his hand vibrate almost. He almost felt his hand vibrate, which kind of hurt him a lot. But he kind of shakes it off because he gotta fight the Nomu. As the same thing happens as someone Deku's rushed to the recovery grill, and that's all in this video.